Alright, hey y'all, it's struggling to be heard. I'm deciding to make a quick video because I'm on break for school and I had a little bit of time. Um, I'm gonna be, I guess, just talking about Twerk for Justice, Twerk for Liberation, and Twerk for Mother's Day, just because I made the video in what May of 2012, and I haven't made another video since, in part because my video was hijacked without my permission by World Star Hip Hop, um, and in part just because I've been super busy and trying to just think of different ways to create content while having my content respected and not have it stolen without my permission. Um, I guess in regards to World Star Hip Hop, I just wanted to address the fact that I did not submit my video to World Star Hip Hop, and some YouTube user named I'm So You Hoes, who called me a stupid bitch, said he submitted it for me, and World Star Hip Hop submitted and made a page about this video, despite the fact that their own guidelines say that you need to have permission in written format from the owner of the video if you're not the video, meaning that So You Hoes would have needed written permission from me and or YouTube, since I'm sharing the copyright license with YouTube, to have submitted that video to World Star Hip Hop without my permission. World Star Hip Hop basically broke their own guidelines and procedures and are technically stretching the law a bit by even keeping the video on their website. I've spoke with them about it, and I said that they need to at least link the video to my page and stop getting money off of the traffic that goes to World Star Hip Hop from my video that they have on their page without my permission, especially considering they used the video kind of without my permission and in a derogatory fashion to talk about my ass, whatever, is twerking, but also just to completely dismiss the message behind it. Um, and World Star Hip Hop is a very derogatory site to black women, in my opinion, because there are probably plenty of other black women that they've done this to, and some of them are no doubt underage. Some of these videos, if they're doing this with my video and allowing men to just submit these videos of people doing things that they find hilarious or funny or shameful, and they're not actually following their guidelines, then they potentially have underage girls on their website that they are laughing and ridiculing them, and it also goes against their guidelines. But because a lot of these people don't even know that maybe their video's been submitted, or they don't think that there's any action that they can take, World Star Hip Hop continues to profit off the exploitation of black women and their art forms. Um, and so I just kind of wanted to address that fact first and foremost. Um, People say what they're going to say on the website. There's a reason I turned comments off, because I didn't. The video that I did was for mothers. It's Mother's Day, so really any comment from anyone who's not a mother, really, I didn't give too much shits about. Like, I really wasn't looking for their feedback, particularly from men who have no stake in motherhood or black womanhood, or who don't respect any kind of black womanhood. So I guess, you know, the comments that were on there, I just had to kind of roll with them. Of course, I was upset and I was hurt because there were a lot of rude and derogatory things said, but at the end of the day, I had to roll with the punches. The video wasn't for them, and I think I just wanted to kind of reiterate that. Um, Twerk for Justice, Twerk for Mother's Day, Twerk for Liberation, none of that is for men. it's if you identify as, a man, and you are about black womanhood and that's a part of your being as well, okay. But if you're somebody who practices anti-black misogyny, then it's not for you. It's not about you. and it's really in resistance to you. So, to set the record straight, all these men who are in my inbox asking me to do videos to twerk for them, like, none of that was my objective. I'm not here for you. I do not take orders. I do not take demands. Um, and most of y'all motherfuckers aren't even polite enough to say, "Hey, how you doing? What's up?" You're demanding something of me with absolutely no anything in exchange for me. Like, what am I gonna get out of it? Like, I've been paid for shit like this before. Don't ask me to do stuff for free and demand it of me on top of that. This completely disrespectful. Um, but in regards to just Twerk for Liberation and Twerk for Justice, this is about black women, and that includes trans women, black trans women, who this is an art that we've invented. This is something that's twerk has evolved. It's come from many different dance forms, and it's been something that we've been doing since before African people were enslaved and brought to various countries in the Americas. And it's an art form that we've been practicing, and it's in our blood, and it's about expression, black women expressing themselves. And it says a lot, I think, to be expressing yourself in a society that completely looks down on you, and that completely tries to take away all of your means of expression. So all you're left with in some ways is your body. And I think being able to utilize that body is really important. And that's what Twerk for Justice and Twerk for Liberation is about. It's about celebrating the black woman body, in whatever form that may be. If it's fat, if it's thin, able-bodied, disabled, whatever. Stretch marks, no stretch marks, rolls. I think all black women are beautiful and they should be able to celebrate that. And so, if you don't believe that, first off, fuck you. But second off, you wouldn't understand what Twerk for Justice or Twerk for Liberation is about, because it's something that I didn't just invent on my own. It's something that a collective of other black women helped to create, to term, and that, our ancestors have given to us, through our bloodlines and through our history and our culture. Um, and I guess the last couple of things I would say is, since there's some of the talk of the Miley Cyrus twerk team, I do this because, white women can pop their back, as many people call it, and call it twerking, and they can get all the praise. They're not going to get put on World Star Hip Hop and be asked about where their father is, or asked about their sexual status, or asked about if they're men or women, or have their gender ridiculed. They're going to, some people will think it's ridiculous, but by and large, there's a lot of people who think it's wonderful and quirky and amazing that some young white woman can take an art that is ours, that's black women, twist it into something that isn't even twerking, call it twerking, and then go on the Today Show and talk about that. So, um, part of why I'm doing that is because of the stigmatization of black bodies, black women's bodies, and all their glorious forms, um, and being denigrated for doing things that we've invented that white women can go ahead and be praised for by every gender of every race in ways that black women cannot receive support. Um, Finally, I guess the last thing I'm going to say is I do still plan on making a Twerk for Mother's Day video again, because I'm celebrating mothers. Um, I may or may not make my own twerk video just for the hell of it. And if I do, that video is not going to be available to be submitted to anybody's website. I'm saying now, you don't have permission to do that. Um, I've actually been able to go to a workshop and do a little lesson, and I've been thinking about how to incorporate uh, more of the background of twerk into these kind of lessons. But I think that, when I do this video, I just wanted to get that out there. And I also wanted to just say thank you to all the people who did say positive things and really supported me for my video. Um, all the negatives I've received, people have a lot of hate in their heart. People are sad. People, they need to look at themselves. You know what I mean? I'm doing what I want to do. And if people don't like that, whatever. But thank you for all the people who sent me wonderful messages saying that, that video helped you to appreciate your body more, helped you to, understand yourself as a black woman more, helped you to feel like you wanted to try twerking and connect with your body in a way that you didn't. Like, thank you. That really means a lot to me because, you know, I'm going through that process as well. And it takes a community sometimes, and just hearing that from other people helps me, and it gives me the strength I need to kind of keep going and do what I think is right. So I wanted to say thank you all for that support. And to all the haters, kick rocks. It's not about you. Well, I'll be back later, struggling to be heard.